What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to be going over my December 2023 dividend income and showing you guys just how much money I made for the whole year of 2023. And as you can see, my portfolio is currently at $56,256.47, which is pretty awesome. I'm finally over that 50K hump. So guys, let's just get right into this with my dividend income. I received 13 paychecks this month, starting with American Waterworks at $5.86. So let's check out that stock. I have just over $1,000 and I have 8.28 shares, an average price of $155.10. However, American Waterworks has gone down in value. It's currently at $124.40 with a dividend yield of 2.21%. Now, I do still believe in this company, and they do have really great dividend growth at 10%. So for now, I'm going to hold on to them, see what they do into the future. And moving on into my next stock, we have Pfizer on December 4th, paying $12.85, putting me at $18.71 for the month. And if we check out Pfizer, I have $847 in this stock. Looks like I've lost a lot of money on it all time. I have 31.34 shares. Average price is $35.65. Current price is $27.02. However, they have an awesome starting dividend yield at 5.97%. And I'm really not worried about a healthcare stock. With that being said, I do have another healthcare stock that just paid me. Johnson & Johnson on December 5th, $6.16, which puts me at $24.87 for the month. Let's check out Johnson & Johnson, $821.41 in the stock, 5.17 shares, average price of $144.14. And it looks like I'm finally up on this stock, $158.77, and a decent dividend yield of 2.95%. And honestly, Johnson & Johnson is one of those stocks that you can own forever. It's safe, it's diversified, just an all-around great stock with tons of products that you absolutely need. They're essential. And so moving on, we're going to go to December 6th, where I received $16 from Southern Company, and that puts me at $40.87 for the month, just under $1,600 with this stock. 22.85 shares, average price $57.14, the current price of $69.25, and that's a great dividend yield at 4%. And they do have decent dividend growth, although I really like Southern Company because their utility, they're consistent, and that's really what I'm looking for in my portfolio is consistency and decent to great dividend growth. So moving on, December 11th, I received two dividends. My largest dividend ever from SCHD, $162.18, and then $11.93 from IBM. And this puts me at $214.98 on the 11th day of the month, which is awesome. So let's look at SCHD. I have just under 17.4K into this ETF. I have 225.37 shares at an average price of $73.29. Now, the current price is $77.19. I used to be down on this stock, but it has grown a little bit over the year. And it does have a nice dividend yield of 3.44%. And of course, that amazing dividend growth rate of 12 to 13%. So it is an awesome ETF to own, especially for us dividend investors. And then I have $1,350 in IBM, 7.18 shares, average price of $120.21, and current price of $187.87. Now, IBM, I used to be way down on this stock, but they're having a comeback story, which is really nice. And their dividend yield, 3.54%. So IBM actually has a really low dividend growth rate of about 0.6%. However, when I started buying this stock, they were anywhere from 5 to 6% dividend yield. So at that point, I wasn't really worried about the dividend growth. And with their comeback, I'm still going to own this stock, even though their dividend growth isn't that amazing. My current dividend yield with the stock is great. So moving on to the 14th, I received two dividends, $3.80 from Microsoft, and then $8.35 from Home Depot. This puts me at $227.13 for the month, and we're only on the 14th day. So let's check those out. I've just over $2,000 of Microsoft, 5.06 shares, average price $221.07, current price of $408.59. And of course, they have a low dividend yield, 0.68%. But Microsoft is an amazing company, one of the best in the world, one of my favorite stocks, and their dividend growth is consistently around 9.8 to 10% every single year. So this is definitely a stock that I'm going to hold on to. Then up next, we have Home Depot, where I have just over $1,400 in this stock, 3.99 shares, an average share price of $287.40, and then a current price of $357.10. So this is another stock I've gained a lot on. And they do have a good dividend yield, 2.35%. And of course, Home Depot also has amazing dividend growth. This is definitely a stock that I'm going to hold on to.
All right. On the 15th, I received three dividends, $7.80 from Kellanova, which is Kellogg's, $19.84 from O Realty, and then $1.93 from Waste Management. So if we check out those stocks, that actually puts me at $256.70 for the month, halfway through. So I have $762 in Kellanova for 13.92 shares at an average price of $60.02. And I am down a little bit, almost 10% at a current price of $54.76. However, it has a great starting yield at 4.23%. Next up, we have O Realty, which is one of my biggest holdings. I have just over $4,200 in this stock. I have 77.48 shares. And so I actually recently sold my position in Stag and put all of that money into O Realty because Stag stopped increasing their dividend. And even though O Realty had to lower their increases, they're still increasing their dividend and they're a solid monthly paying dividend stock. So I have an average share price of $56.02, and the current price is $54.39. Now, if this drops below $50, I'm definitely going to start buying more. And honestly, with this dividend yield, 5.54%, I still think that's a great buying opportunity for this stock, especially while yields are down. But of course, once yields go up, this stock is going to be amazing. I believe it'll get back to the 70s. But moving on to Waste Management, I have just over $600 in this stock. I have 3.34 shares, average price of $155.74, current price of $185.63. So it's almost grown by $30 per share. That's awesome. And of course, it has a really low dividend yield, 1.5%. However, they usually increase their dividend, I want to say at least 7% every year, which is a great dividend yield or dividend growth rate. If you can get 7% growth, that means your income's going to double every 10 years. And Waste Management is one of those stocks that's recession proof. You absolutely need their services. They do residential business and so on. And then next up, on the 18th, I received a dividend of $13.09 from Duke. And so let's check that out. And that puts me at $269.79. So I have just over $1,200 in Duke. Once again, this is like Southern Company, another solid utility company, and you absolutely need utilities. Unfortunately, utilities are going up. I know my electric and water goes up every year, which sucks, but that's one of the great things about owning these utility companies is you're always going to get consistent revenue, consistent dividends. So I have 12.77 shares, average price of $88.32, then a current price of $95.83. So I am up a little bit on that stock, and it's got a great starting dividend yield at 4.25%. And they do grow their dividend a little bit too. But I do like Duke for the stability. And then last of the month, on the 29th, is Avgo. I received $5.52. And then after we review this stock, I'll let you know how much money I made for the year. Well, for the month and then for the year. So if we look at Avgo, I have just over $1,200 and I have 1.05 shares, average price of $615.73, and a current price of $1,180. So this stock has grown a ton. And just to show you how much the stock has grown, when I bought it, I want to say the dividend yield was anywhere from 3.6 to 4%. Now we're looking at 1.58%. So this stock has grown a lot. Chip stocks have done really well. I'm sure you've seen Nvidia. It's done even better than this. But geez, I really wish I would have bought more Avgo, especially because this company, they had a dividend growth rate of 28%. And so even if that gets cut in half to 14%, still an amazing dividend growth rate. So now let's get into my dividend income chart. And as you can see, for the month of December, I received $275.31. So no, I didn't break any records this month. And as you can see, this December was actually lower than the last end of the quarter month, September 23, where I earned $282.30. So unfortunately, the reason that December didn't have higher dividend income is because DLR, Digital Realty Trust, decided to pay their dividend in January. So if I would have received that dividend, I would have broken a new monthly dividend income record. And Costco also paid me that special dividend, which was really nice. You'll see it in the next dividend income video. But Costco usually pays in December. Once again, they decided to pay in January. So I am going to have a great month of January starting the new year. However, for this year, end up a little short. Plus, my total dividend income for the year was $1,993.11. So I was projecting $2,000 for the year. Of course, with DLR and Costco not paying out, I missed out on that. I did have a average monthly dividend income of $166.09 for the year. So that's still good. Now, I have just recently started putting $100 a week into my portfolio. It's currently going into SCHD. So I'm hoping that by the end of this year, I can get closer to that 2,300 and hopefully get to $2,400 in a year so I can get to $200 a month in average dividend income. So guys, thank you for watching this video, and I will see you for the January dividend income video.